right, Bo, Ty, Butterfield, where do they stand at this point? Is it still Bo Nix's deal?
Well, I think we've always said that from the jump. It feels like you're not going to transfer if you're going to sit the bench. There's got to be some sort of connection there with the former offensive coordinator with Kenny Dillingham. Time at Auburn, his best year was his freshman year when he worked with Coach Dillingham. So it feels like Bo's grown up. He knows what he's doing. He's come in. He's been accepted by the rest of the group. He's really done a great job coming in here, blending with the rest of the guys. I thought he was going to have to come off of the injury and be kind of hampered in the spring, but he came out here on the ground, boots on the ground running, and he was really nice in the spring game. I mean, there was some times, obviously, there was some bad throws, and the Auburn fans have said it. They said, you're going to say, yes, Bo, yes. And then you're going to say, no, Bo, no. And that's kind of like that with any quarterback, especially putting the ball in the air. You're going to give defense more opportunities to get takeaways. But I think Bo did a really good job. He's got really quiet feet in the pocket. I think he's really poised. Ty Thompson is a guy who has come in with a lot of fanfare. And it's no offense to him, but it's hard to live up to some of the expectations some of these fans put on these young kids. And especially the more hype they come out of high school. I mean, how about the kid who got $8 million to go to Tennessee? You want to talk about putting pressure on a kid? The guy hasn't even played a snap of his senior year yet. Are you kidding me? And so now you got a kid like Ty Thompson, who was the highest rated quarterback recruit the Ducks have ever had, and it's a big deal, and he comes in, and everybody wants him to play as a freshman because Anthony Brown wasn't doing that great. Well, I think that had a lot to do with the offense. I think if you put Ty Thompson in, he's going to do just as good, if not worse. Otherwise, he'd be playing. And so there was a lot of people who kind of felt like, well, Ty's the better player, so he should have played last year, so he's obviously going to be the starter next year. Well, that's saying a lot, because then you got a whole new coaching staff changeover. You got a brand new transfer coming in with Bo, and Jay Butterfield might be suited better in this offense than any of these quarterbacks. He might be actually the pro-style quarterback you're looking for. 6'6", throws the ball around, he's got a great poise in the pocket, maybe not get you the first down with his feet, but this offense doesn't ask the quarterback to run. Versus last year, where Anthony Brown basically was a running back. I mean, it was crazy. So I think Bo Nix is in a position where he might know the best, might know the most amount about football, might have the best connection to this offense, might be the better guy, and that's okay. And I think the other thing is the transfer portal. The transfer portal makes this conversation even more dicey, because the moment a quarterback doesn't play, now they're hitting the portal to go somewhere else. And Ty Thompson's a kid who you don't want to lose in your program, especially if Bo Nix goes down this year. He'd be the guy, right? But the way the spring game worked out, Ty did not really have that great of a day. In the interviews afterward, he talked about how he's got to learn to process better. Coach Dillingham talked about he's trying to get his feet to match his eyes and just understand where he's at a little bit. And you know what? Jay Butterfield had a pretty good day. And they put Jay Butterfield, the way they broke out the game was they had they split it right down the middle. So they had basically your ones and your ones against each other. But the quarterback, they basically had one on one side, one on the other. And then Jay Butterfield is the third stringer, quote unquote. They moved to both sides. So that meant he got a lot of rotation. He got a lot of plays. So there was one time where, he was on the offense, threw an interception, went right to the other team, like the all-time quarterback, like they used to do at recess, I used to love being the all-time quarterback. I was a gem. And he just went to the other side and got in rhythm, Okay, now I'm with another team. Sweet. Boom, boom, boom. Move the ball down the field. And so a lot of people are kind of ranking it Bo, Butterfield, then Ty Thompson. So that Ty Thompson group had to kind of maybe eat a little crow or just understand, maybe hit the brakes a little bit. He's a young kid. He needs to process it. And it's a lot to ask a high school senior to make a huge jump like that and be able to play as a starting quarterback at the elite level of D1. That's a lot to ask. And so I think that there's kind of some build-up there that's not his fault, but I think it's happening all over college football.